up this morning and woke up this morning and I prayed to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
Shalawam, y'all. Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. This is where the Helpmeets hang out. Because this is where the Helpmeets hang out. Oh, I said that. Hey, this is where we hang out, and this is where we be at. And this is where we hang out, and this is where we be at. I hope y'all doing okay.
Most of the sisters are doing well through the spirit. I'm feeling good, been enduring, through all things, being content, yet striving to do better and be better. I don't know if you starting with the precept and then we can go into it.
I got this. I'm already flipping to it.
Okay.
I'm flipping to it. Y'all, she trying to tell me to get tell Lily, let me handle this.
Wrong again. I was asking if you was about to get it.
Yes, y'all. I'm gonna get it. If I can find it, because Peter like to hide. I'm not even going. Oh, I found it. Okay. So y'all know we gotta start off with the classic. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahawah giveth. That Yahawah in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi, to whom we praise the dominion forever and ever. Amen. And then we're gonna get Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another unto love. Like it. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. So we're here to provoke ourselves unto love and to good works. And everything we do and say, we want to be pleasing in the sight of the Lord. Everything we do and say, we want to be thus saith the Lord. And everything we do and say, we want to do it for the glorification of Yahawashi, because it's only of the ability that the Most High gives us. We're only able to get on this podcast and bring it out because of Yahawashi. So Lord willing, we're gonna have a beautiful episode. Lord willing, y'all are doing well. Pray that you'll have a good week upcoming. We're gonna get right into it. So, Lily, did you want to introduce the topic today?
Sure. So today we are going to talk about being an Israelite woman. That's what the Helpmeets Hangout is about. It's about being a helpmeet, an Israelite woman. But today, more specifically, we're going to talk about being an Israelite woman is not cosplay. And let me kind of get the definition, because some people are like, what is cosplay? When I think of cosplay, I think of stuff like anime, or I think about like Halloween, when people dress up and they portray something, just this character, or they portray to be something that they feel as though they might not be, they might be, or anything. So cosplay, it says the practice of dressing up as a character from a movie, book, or a video game. This is not cosplay. And I say that because I just see so many other cultures, imitating us. Greatness is imitated, never duplicated. So, that was something that was on my spirit. Like, y'all, we not just dressing up like, oh, I got on a nice garment because this is what Israelite women do. This is way much more than that. This is our heritage. This is who we are as a people. This is our culture. So, people taking it lightly or like it's a joke and things like that. I just wanted to come and set the record straight. It's not cosplay, it's nothing like that. But I don't know if Abarriyah, if you wanted to add on to that point.
This is not something we're doing for show. This is not the latest trend. This is really life or death. Like, that's what it is. This is not a fairy tale book we're reading. It's not a fairy tale book we're living in. The things that we read are going to actually come to pass. These words of life are actually going to be fulfilled. And so we want to make sure we're on the right side of this thing, most high willing. Because this is not just for show. This is not for game. This is, you either go all out now, go hard now, or that's it. So we just want to make sure that we are really moving in the right spirit and not doing this for likes or to gain attention or for the wrong reasons, for vainglory. And I actually that's a precept. Let me get Philippians 2 and I gotta bear with me. Hold up a shot. All right, so this is Philippians 2 and um, 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. So we don't do nothing for vainglory, just for attention or likes or social media. And even in this truth, like, um, it's okay to enjoy yourself in righteousness. Sirach 14:14 tells us, "Don't defraud yourself of a good day," right? But we have to remember we're not here to have a good time. We're not here to live in pleasure. We're here to serve the Most High. That's what Ecclesiastes 12:13 say. Let us conclude a conclusion of the whole matter: fear Yahawah and keep His commandments. So, of course, we come together on the feast days and we have a great time because we're commanded to and we love it. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself in righteousness, but you can. But the point is, like, that's not what this is about. This truth is not about enjoying yourself. This truth is not about having a good time. This truth is about enduring, fearing Yahawashi, keeping His commandments, getting ready for the kingdom of heaven. That's what this truth is about. We don't want to get caught up in the things of this world, content creating and always posting about our life. Because what are we doing it for? What are we truly doing it for? Without you,
Con, and that's the spirit because um this morning I was reading Romans chapter 6, and then um I forgot why I got on TikTok. I got on TikTok for a specific reason. But the very first video when I got on there was about Romans chapter 6. And I was just shook, like, through the spirit. And that all happened this morning. I was just like, hold on, wait. Because in the morning, what I do is I wake up, I'll pray. I'll read whatever book that I'm reading. I'll read a chapter a day of that. And then I'll go into pulling like a precept. And today it was Romans chapter 6. And I'll read a little bit of the meditation for today that I posted, which was kind of right on time. Let me see. And the meditation for today was Romans 6 and 16. It says, "Know ye not that whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are, to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness." And I said this morning, reading Romans chapter 6 had me realize it's always going to be the battle or war of the flesh versus the spirit, life versus death, obedience versus disobedience. And which one are you going to choose? Are we going to live in pleasure yet dying, or exercise discipline and reap everlasting life? And so that's just a brief overview of what I wrote, but it's kind of right on time because it's like we're not doing this, like Abarriyah said, for the likes. And although I post exhortation, I was like, that's something that I've dedicated to the Most High that I do. And it's kind of telling you in that precept, whatever you yield yourself to, that's who that's who you're a servant to, that's who you're obedient to. So if it's something in your mind that you feel as though you just can't overcome, okay, now you're a servant unto your own mind. Now you're a slave unto your own mind, instead of exercising discipline and diligence and being like, you know what, I'm not even gonna give into that because that's not even of the fruit of life. You get what I'm saying? So I think this is a very needed topic. Like, it's okay to, like Avira said, have your fun and enjoy the things that you have, because of course we want to take every moment and be grateful for it, not take it for granted, but also remembering in these moments that we are here for a reason and it's a purpose that we're here. We're not here to just be pretty, and that's what we've been talking about lately, is being that sister, of being that woman of substance. So remember all the things that we have spoke about in those previous episodes, what it takes to be a sister of substance, a woman of substance, and that takes some submitting to the Most High. We talked about the art of submission last week, so it's kind of really all flowing through the spirit. All praises to the Most High.
Con, and I have a precept. Everything she said, he on a nail was beautiful. And we're not on here saying like, you can't, because where there's no law, there's no sin. We're not saying that, you can't enjoy yourself in righteousness and that you can't enjoy the things that you have, because we know that Solomon did it. We read that in Ecclesiastes. And we know that's our right to us not to defraud ourselves of a good day, but we also know the scriptures say have a just balance. We also know the scriptures say love not the things of this world. We also know that First Timothy 5:6 say, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So the goal is, you have to kind of basically realign your focus. Are you focused on living in pleasure and enjoying life? Are you focused on serving Yahawashi? That's the bottom line. Our main focus has to be Yahawashi and its truth. We can't let the things of this world distract us from that. We can't let those things distract us, because they honestly all are distractions. But it's about balance. This truth is not, it's not a game. Like this is, and I think about that sometimes, and it's just like, dang, like this place is really going to burn. Like these prophecies are really going to come to pass. There's really going to be Jacob's trouble, and these are the things we have to prepare our minds for and desensitize ourselves. And we can't do that if we're caught up in this world, just trying to have fun and just putting on it, acting like this is just something we're doing for fun. Like this truth is not something we're just doing it for fun. So I guess my question to sisters would be, the things that you're doing, why are you doing it? Is it for the likes? Is it for vainglory? Is it so people could say some nice things about you? Or are you sincerely, purely trying to seek your Habashim Shai, and only you and the Most High know the answer? And so that's something we have to ask within ourselves. Why do, because I mean husband, because I have 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube, or is it because I genuinely love the Most High and I genuinely love doing His works? We have to examine, why are we dedicated? Why do we have the zeal that we have? Um, so kind of you.
Con, I was thinking, you did cut out a little bit, but we did get the most. We got the meat of the message. Just basically examining and seeing why you're doing things. But that also made me think about in previous episodes when we talked about, who are you when nobody is looking? Who are you when nobody is looking? Because we have so many distractions in front of us. We have social media, we have our jobs, we have things that we have to take care in our household and things like that. And I'll read a little bit more of the exhortation that I wrote for of the meditation that I wrote for today. I said, let me see. I said each season is different, and the way temptation presents itself will be different. But yielding ourselves unto the Most High and using discernment and wisdom of Him is the key. And I said, for today, this is making me take some time to take note of how and where I'm spending my time, my mindset, also to observe who I'm around and the things, and these things, who is it of? Because all that I want to do, Salakia, because I want all that I do to be well pleasing to the Most High and striving to be that vessel of honor. And I think that's one thing throughout my walk that that I constantly meditate on, is that there are so many different vessels that the Lord made. But I want to be that vessel of honor and not dishonor, and righteousness and not unrighteousness. And so when we go about our walk, I feel like those are the kind of things we gotta keep in the back of our mind and not be distracted. Because right now, everybody worried about these Stanley Cups. They worry about the Stanley Cups. They worry about the Miyoki Cups. They worry about what's going on with the latest artists, what's going on, but are we being diligent and observant to other things that might be going on, like prophecy that might be unfolding and things like that right before our eyes, just to, kind of be prepared. Of course, we're not going to be in the no, you know, but we are in the know because we have this living word, we have these prophecies, we have the scriptures, you know, that's helping us stay built up through the spirit, and just be ready and prepared for those times, whether we have the word physically with us or if we have it in, you know, memorized, written down, you know, on our hearts. So I think it's time to kind of, you know, refocus and readjust and realign with the Most High and, you know, what His will is. And I think it's kind of perfect because even though we're not at Purim yet, y'all, but after Purim is Passover. So why it's no better time to start cleaning house than now, than to kind of get our focus back together, because everybody knows around Passover we call it sifting season, you know. And so I think that takes us back to the topic of the day. Like, this is not cosplay. This is not for fake. This is not a drill. This is for real. This is real life, and we have to take it seriously, you know. Because at any moment, the Lord can kind of snatch your candle. He can bring you to a real low estate, and then help you get a better view or glance at, like Abarriyah said, all of this is vanity. All of this stuff is going to burn. All of this stuff is going to be gone. It's not going to help you in that day. So the things that will help us, we kind of gotta hold on to it dearly. You know, our culture, our heritage, these things are sacred. Knowing the laws, knowing in those time periods, what can I eat? What can I eat? Do I know Leviticus? Do I know, you know, just certain things that we should know, that we have the time now to take care of and learn and be built up through the spirit, that later we might not have that time. So
That's beautiful. That made me think of the precepts. That's the spirit. This is Revelation chapter 3. And if y'all hear some noise, just excuse it, but because I'm outside. 15 and 16. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I will thou work cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. And so, like the sister said, let me back up that the Most High can snatch our candlestick at any given time, like whenever He chooses to. And we don't want that to happen, Lord forbid. Like, we want the Most High to continue to do it, then us. We're praying for that. But are you really putting the work in so that He don't snatch you, right? Because let me get this. This is Revelation. Bear with me. I believe it's 2 and 5 or 2 and 4. Um, oh, my page is stuck. Oh gosh. Okay. Revelation 2 and 4. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and will remove thy candlestick out of his place if thou repent. So that's in red letters. Yahawashi said He's removing candlesticks, right? If you have left your first love, He's gonna remove that candlestick if you don't repent. And so it kind of puts you in a mindset like, what are we doing so that our candlestick is not removed, Most High willing? Like, have you left your first love? Are you straying away from the Most High? Are you really being diligent the way you should? Are you reading, praying, fasting, studying? Are you putting your brick in the way that you should? Um, and like the sister Lily said, this world is going to pass away. And that's it's like, can you hear me?
Con, we can hear you.
Huh. This world is going to pass away, and that's what understanding that this truth is not just about feast days. This truth is not just about vlogging the feast days, and it's really trying to endure and get the kingdom of heaven. Like the sister said, when our hell breaks loose in Jacob show, we're gonna have to know the dietary law for real. We can't be out here breaking the law just because we're in Jacob show. We're gonna have to know, okay, can I eat that bird? Can I eat this bug? Okay, I can't eat that because that's a dead animal, and I can't eat this dead animal that's been killed by some. I can't eat that right there. It's just laid out like that. We have to know these things. And this is First John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahawah abideth forever. So, like the scriptures say, this world is going to pass away, right? But those that do the will of Yahawah Shema are going to abide forever. And so that's what this truth is about. And I understand we don't know when our hell is going to break loose, but things are speeding up. We don't know when Yahweh Shah is going to drop those. We don't know when these missiles going to fly. We don't know when Yahweh Shah going to come back in the chairs. We just don't know. But that's not an excuse. But well, I don't know, so I can just put it off. No, make no tarry. Make no tarry and return to the Lord. Sirach 5:7. Now is not the time to be putting off because yes, we don't know, but we want to move every day as if all hell can break loose any moment. We don't want to move in the spirit of, well, that could be years from now. It could be, but also it can't be. We don't know, and so we want to make sure we're on our p's and q's, staying diligent for the Lord, and really just examining how we're moving in this walk, right? Because these things are going to perish, but the question is, do we want to perish with it? And what are we doing to most high will and not perish with it? Right? This is not just about, oh, I want to show people how we have a good time in this truth. That's not what this is about. We're trying to get up out of here. We're trying to keep these commandments. So I yield.
It's definitely not for show. It's
Right.
not for show. It's not to put it on display and put it in a case and say we are the Israelites. It's more than that, because a lot of us know that, okay, yes, we come into the knowledge and understanding of who we are, and then it's sweet as honey, and then it's like, now what does the Lord require of us? Now what does the Lord require of us? And then starting to learn more and more and more, it goes down and it's bitter, and it's just like, dang, that's why we in this position, that's why we going through this, that's why we, things like that. But I wanted to read Romans chapter 8 really quick. This is Romans chapter 8 and 4. It says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahawah, for it is not subject to the law of Yahawah, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahawah. We have to be after the Spirit. This is not about the outward appearance. This is not cosplay. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is not a drill. And that's something the Most High really, really had me meditating on, because, you know, we can put our fringes on, we can put our dresses on, we can put our head wraps on, we can say shalom, we can say shalawam, we can say shalom, we can say all these things. We can say sweet words in front of the congregation, we can say sweet words when we're in front of our sisters. But who are you when nobody's looking? Who are you when it's just you and the Most High? Even when your husband's not around, you know? And these are the things that I meditate on and think about, and, you know, because at the end of the day, we have to work out our own salvation. Yes, we're here to be helpmeets. Yes, we're here, to want to help our sisters and brothers, our nation, and things like that. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, and it's just you and the Most High, nobody else can come up and be like, hey, our works have to speak for themselves. While we have time to do charity, put the charity in. While you have time to pray for sisters, pray for sisters. Fast with sisters, fast with them if you can, when you can. But it right now, in the moment. I heard it earlier. I think it's called carpe diem. Seize the moment. Seize the moment while you have it, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. The next moment is not guaranteed, and we just want to go as hard as we can. And one last thing I'll say is, I've been reading the book of Psalms. And, David, when he cried out to the Most High, he's like, when I go down to the dust, shall the dust praise you? It's like, all these things, please have mercy on me so that I can continue to serve you and praise you. Because once it's said and done, it's said and done. So,
Con, and you read the precept. You brought up working out your own salvation. I wanted to get it. This is Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but not much more my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So that's why we're here, y'all. We're here to work out our salvation, fear and trembling. And we just don't want to get caught up in the things of this world. It's okay to go to school. It's okay to have a career. It's okay to enjoy self righteousness. These things won't matter. So why are you doing what you're doing? And who are you doing it for? Are you really doing it for the Lord? Or are you doing it for man? Are you doing it just for show? Why do you have to show people, oh, we just have a good time? If the Most High put in your spirit to blog for the feast days and look, sisters out here content creating, and I think those things are beautiful. I be, I, those things actually provoke sisters unto good works, right? There's different ways to provoke sisters unto good works, but we want to make sure that we're doing it for the right reason, not for vainglory. But I was watching this show on Netflix called Griselda, and it's basically about this Northern Kingdom sister. Before the she was a drug dealer before Pablo Escobar and before El Chapo, basically. And I was talking to Sister Yahawah, and I just was like, I wasn't understanding. I was like, why do people do that? Like, why do they do that just for it to fall? Like, I was like, do they not think they're gonna get caught? Like, I'm just genuinely confused. And then it clicked. I was like, they just they love the life. They love the money. They love the having power. They love all the riches, the worldly wicked riches that come with it. It's like a drug to them. But they do it only for a moment. And it's like in the back of their mind, they probably know it's all gonna fall, but they enjoy it just for that moment because it feels good to the flesh. And we have to, in this truth, we can't enjoy these things. We cannot enjoy these things of this world. We can't do it. We can't just how people in the world, they enjoy those things but for a moment, just for the flesh. We can't get caught up in this flesh. We can't get caught up in the cares of this world and enjoying things but for a moment, just to fulfill the flesh, because that's not what's important. What's important is minding the things of the spirit, as the sister said. When you start to enjoy things of the flesh for a moment, and that's when we
It
start to
it
move in
only
the wrong.
take a little bit. It take a little bit.
Yep, and it makes me think of this precept. And this is what I talked about in my exhortation today. So that's the spirit. This is Hebrews 11 and 26, and it says, I'm gonna start 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahawah, than to enjoy the pleasure of sin for a season. So Moses, he chose to endure affliction rather to enjoy sin for a season. So that's my whole point of talking about that show and bringing out the exhortation I spoke on earlier. The whole point is to suffer and endure, because that's what this walk is about. It's not about enjoying living life, living good. It's not about enjoying sin for a season. It's about enduring, minding the things of the spirit, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. So Moses was worried about the reward. He was worried about that kingdom. So he'd rather endure affliction and this truth and think more highly of this truth than to enjoy the things of this world. He thought this truth in the kingdom of heaven better than the things of this world. And that's how we have to be. Because the kingdom of heaven and things of this truth and the things they have about Shema Shalom, the things of the spirit is greater than any riches and any sin for a season. But that's the mindset we have to have, and that's how we gotta move in this walk. It's greater, man. We have something greater coming, so we cannot get caught up in these temporary pleasures. I was reading James this morning, and it said, "Pure and undefiled religion is this, to look after the widows and the fatherless, and to remain unspotted from the world," roughly paraphrasing. So it's like, what are we doing to remain unspotted from the world? Because that's what this truth is about. It's about remaining unspotted from the world. So
Con.
how are you different? How are you any different from anybody in the world? What do your works do? What do your works and your fruits say about you? Right? How are you really unspotted and pure? And when you look up the definition of religious in the Strong's, it just means fear and worship in the Most High. So when we come to serve the Most High, what He really wants from us is to remain unspotted from the world. We're here to be blameless as possible, not enjoy sin, not enjoy this flesh, not enjoy this life. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here.
Con. It
So
take
we
it
can't
take
get caught
just
up.
a little bit. It take a little moment. It take a little slip up. It just take a little bit, and then you
What does
like, ooh,
scripture
I
say?
need to go. I need to go do this again.
A
Oh,
little
I need to
leaven
go.
leavens the pump. Roughly
11,
paraphrasing.
11 at the whole lump. Yep.
Yeah,
It
hold
just
on.
take a little bit.
That's all it takes. One slip up,
What?
then
Mm-hmm.
you back because it felt good. It
And then
felt good.
it's like an addiction, and then you back chasing whatever you felt like you was missing.
Exactly. And that's how the lady was in the show. Her friend was like, her friend thought she was done with the life, but she was like, her friend told her, she was like, no, you addicted. You love it. You love it. You're chasing it. You just
Oh,
can't
that
let
sound
go.
like when me and my husband was watching Raising Canaan, and she tried to get out the game. And
She tried to get out the game. Don't spoil it now. She tried to get out the
oh, I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all ain't watching it, my bad, y'all. Dang, I'm messing
game.
up.
No, I
Yeah,
want to know. I need to know.
yeah. She was like, I'm done with this life. I ain't doing this no more. And then, whoop, she right back. So
See, see,
you start to do the right thing, and then so many other things. And another part that I put in my exhortation for today was, like each season, temptation is going to look differently. So Satan, you kind of gotta uh, be aware of his devices and just know you, and that takes a lot of self-examining. It takes a lot of, okay, what do I need to work on, or where in what areas am I struggling in? Because Satan will slip through the little crack, the smallest little crack. It'll be somebody from your past calling you. It'll be uh it could be a smell. It could be a smell randomly, a random smell that'll trigger a memory and have you just it works like that. It just works like that. It's so weird.
and
But you
that's why.
gotta go ahead, what you say?
No, no, no. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but you gotta be strong through the flesh. You gotta, put your mind and your body in subjection and be like, listen, I ain't fooling. Not today, Satan. I don't even have time for this. I do this for real. This is not a joke to me. This is not a game. And I want to stress the fact that we are not saying do not enjoy yourself. We are not saying don't go out on dates with your husband. We're not saying don't plan fun things, cooking classes, art classes, comedy shows, museums. We're not saying don't do any of these things. We're just saying just remember where to keep your eyes on the prize, and that's the Lord. Just keep your eye, your focus there, and
You
all
cut
these
out.
other things. Say it again. You kind of skipping. I'm sorry.
So like you cut out.
Oh, I was saying, just keep your. My main thing is just keep your eye on the Most High. You can enjoy other things, but you like our foundation, our beginning, our start, our end, our middle, everything. It's the Most High. So,
Con, and I'm gonna say to get this last precept, Colossians 3:5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, like it, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So, like the sister said, we're not saying that you cannot enjoy yourself, but it's about a balance and keeping your eyes on the Most High, keeping your eyes on the prize. That's what it's all about. Not getting caught up in this world. Not getting caught up in this world. And that's like, let me back up what the sister said. It takes a humble sister to be real with yourself and understand what you struggle with. And that's why Sirach 37:27 say, that's why Sirach 37:27 say, whatever is evil for you, give not that unto it. So you have to self-examine and be able to be real with yourself. Okay, what do I struggle with? What is going to trigger me, and stay away from it? Because the moment, I'm telling you, the moment you that flesh is something else. The moment you give into it, you don't want that thing to take hold of you and you be a slave and servant to it. So just
mm-hmm,
stay on guard, sisters. Protect your spirit. Know what you got to stay away from, because if you don't, it's gonna bite you every time. That's the Sirach 21:2. That's why the Lord said, "Flee from sin as from the safe of a serpent. If thou comest near it, it's gonna bite you." If you going
con.
near to those things that tempt you, you're gonna fall into it every time. You
Who?
have to stay away from it. Temptation's gonna come, but you have to make it your job to stay away from it, and don't tempt yourself by going near to something that you know is gonna tempt and bring memories back.
Mm-hmm.
Pecan.
Because I was gonna say, who's gonna pity the snake charmer, bruh? You out here
Nobody.
playing with
Like the scripture
snakes,
say, you out here playing with fire. You expect not to get burnt. Out here playing.
right?
This is
Like
for
that's
real.
madness. That's crazy. So, the last thing I kind of wanted to say or get into is, you know, um, just as beautiful as you adorn yourself on the outside, you know, when you are getting ready to leave out, or when you're putting your garment on, you putting your garment with your skirt with your fringes, your dresses with your fringes, you know, getting beautiful, and um, your outward appearances. Let the inward adorning, you know, be the same. You know, let your word and your deed be the same. Don't let this be a cosplay situation. Don't let this be a, oh, I only do this when I'm around the congregation, or I'm around these specific sisters, or, you know, I'm only going to be on my P's and Q's when my husband is around, or, you know, it's a brother that I like, that I want to court with. I'm only going to be on my P's and Q's when they're around. And, you know, be that way all the time. Be you, because we also did an episode about, you know, you can only hide for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So um understand what you have gotten yourself into, um and know that it costs.
Mm-hmm.
It really costs. It costs days of sacrificing. It takes days of, you know, constantly working on yourself. It takes time of being humble, sometimes just being quiet, not saying anything. It takes you there. But it's a beautiful journey of growth and development, you know, to be the woman that the Most High designed you to be. So I encourage all my Israelite sisters, you know, strive to be that woman that the Most High designed you to be. And don't take this for cosplay, um, because the other nations, they already look at us as astonishment. They already speak of us as bywords, and things like that. But the Lord has chosen you, you know, to be a peculiar people unto Him, that are set apart. You're chosen. So just take that with you and meditate throughout the week. So
Come on, y'all. Beautiful point she brought out through the spirit. Cons, Lord willing, sisters have a good week and stay girded up. And I just wanted to say, ooh, I'm trying to remember the thought I had. Ooh, it was trying to escape me. Ooh, gosh, doggy. Dang it. Shoot. Lord willing, sisters have a good week. That's it. And it was, Lord willing, sisters have a good week. I'm really trying to bring that thought back. I don't remember what I was about to say, but it's going to be to top off what the sister said, to run back on what she said. Um, but yeah, y'all, this walk is not cosplay. So Lord willing, sisters have a good week. Lord willing, sisters got edified from the episode. I'm so angry. I'm trying to remember, and it's gonna come back soon as the episode end. I'm be so mad. I'm
and you
so
could be like,
mad.
I remember what I was trying to say. I
Ooh,
remember.
I'm really trying to like. I'm as you talking, it's leaving me, and I'm trying to like hold on to it. Like, let me remember. Let me remember. It's okay. Man's going to the Lord. But kind y'all, stay girded up in this thing. Have a good week. We love y'all, and I don't want to say shalom yet because I'm really over here trying to think of what I was
That's just me trying to
gonna say.
hold on. Trying to hold on. And
Uh,
listen, that's how we need to be holding on to our culture.
okay.
That's how we need to be trying to hold on to these law,
Exactly.
statutes, and
Oh, I
commandments.
remember. I remember. All praise. I remember. I was
God.
gonna say. Okay. I was gonna say. Okay, I remember briefly what it was. Like, we get up every day and we eat, we work out, we do all these things, but the most important thing is seeking Yahawashi every single day and making sure that the Most High is the foundation, cornerstone of our life, and not get distracted. I was gonna say more, but hey, at least I got some of it out because I can't remember the rest. But okay, I love y'all. Shalom, y'all. Stay
God.
focused in this. Stay
Shalom.
focused. Oh, I also remember what I was gonna say. Okay, all praise, all
Okay,
praise, all
okay.
praises. The Most High, he sees everything. His eyes are everywhere, and he exposes hypocrites. Right, Sirach 1:29-30. He's going to cast you down in the midst of the congregation if you're coming deceitfully. You're portraying to be one person, but behind closed doors, you're something else. So be mindful of that, sisters. Like the sister said, who are you when no one's around? Because the Most High, he sees how you really move. He see you can fool a man, but you can't fool your house. You can't run from him. right?
Mm-hmm.
So be that same sincere sister on camera and outside the camera. But we love y'all. Shalom.
Love y'all. Shalawam.